Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would give you an updated morning routine. You guys seem to love watching them, so this one is pretty different from what it was last time. If you don't know me already, then I have got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old and a dog. So this is how I managed to get up and get the 3 of us all ready in the morning and get out of the door by 8:30. So my number one tip for getting up and getting ready in the morning with kids is make sure you get up before them. Now that's sometimes easier said than done, especially if you have an early riser, but Charlie has been getting up so early in the mornings because it's getting lighter, so I've had to start getting up around 6 o'clock or 6:15 to get myself ready. Needs must, it's just so much easier when they're not there, so I try to get in and get my shower and get myself organised before they even wake up. As a rule, I try not to wash my hair in the morning just because it takes so much time. Because I fake tan, I always try my hardest to moisturise. Some days I miss it, but today I remembered. And once I'm dried, I just get myself dressed, I brush my teeth and wash my face, and then I also give the bathroom a very quick tidy up. Definitely tidying as you go gives you less to do throughout the day, and it makes your morning routine that much more seamless. And usually I would then go in and make my bed, but Fraser was up and ready just as I was getting in the shower, so he's already made it for me, so thank you Fraser. One less thing to do in the morning always makes a difference. I then go ahead and do my makeup and my hair. I try and do this as quietly and as quickly as possible, but yeah, then by that point the kids are normally up. I would go and get Charlie first because, as you'll know, his room is just off our bedroom because he has an attic room, so I go and get him first, and he's always so happy to see me in the morning. It's just such a treat. We have a little cuddle and a chat, and then I get him dressed. Now, I know what you're thinking, why on earth would you do that before breakfast time? But believe me, this is a game changer, and I will show you later how I manage to make sure they don't get dirty before we go out. So distracted by his remote, I get his nappy changed, and then we head downstairs grabbing all of the dirty washing. It's a bit of a juggle, but we manage. Just before I head downstairs, I'm just checking on Ella because at this point we're making quite a bit of noise and she's still asleep, so I went in to check and make sure she was okay. But as you can see, she just wants a long lie this morning, so Charlie and Lola and I head downstairs and get some breakfast ready. I like to let Charlie go wild with his toys in the morning, so he is making a bit of a mess while I go and stick on a washing. I am literally just next door to him, so I can see what he's doing, which is really handy, so I can keep an eye on him. I always love to put a washing on in the morning, put it on for about an hour or an hour and a half cycle, spin it before we go out, and then that means by the time I come home we can hang it up and have it dried by the evening and put it away before bed. This way we don't have a big huge backload of washing. I like to try and do at least one a day in smaller loads, so that by the weekend we don't have to worry about doing massive amounts of washing and catching up. I love giving Charlie some porridge in the morning, and these little sachets are really good because they're quick, measured out, and they just make it really easy for me in the morning. So that is what I'm having him this morning. He's having some porridge, so I'm going to pop that on in the microwave and then leave it to cool down whilst he's still playing with his toys and I can get on with doing a few cleaning jobs. First job of the day is getting the dishwasher emptied. This way I don't have a big backlog of dishes. If I get everything that's clean put away, then it gives me a really good space to put all the dirty stuff, and that way my sink doesn't start overflowing and the kitchen always looks really tidy. And whilst I'm getting everything organised, I like to also try and make myself a cup of tea. This morning I am having some peach tea. You can actually find this one in Lidl and I really love it, so I'm having some peach tea this morning, and then I'm also going to get Ella's breakfast sorted. We have had a bit of a porridge explosion in the microwave, which happens all too many times, to be honest. I don't know why it happens, I always get it wrong, but yeah, we've had a porridge explosion, so I am going to go and clean that up, and then I'm going to cool down Charlie's porridge with some milk as well. If I don't think about it, I really struggle to drink water, so this big huge cup from Home Bargains works really well for me because it constantly reminds me to fill it up and keep drinking. I'm so bad at thinking I'm hungry when really I'm just thirsty. So from a health perspective, a diet perspective, and just a general well-being perspective, I need to try and drink more water, so this bottle is so handy. I'm trying to inject some fruit into the kids, so I'm going to give them some grapes this morning. They really love these because they are so sweet. I feel like all I've heard are stories about choking and just small objects, so in the house I am the total small objects police at the moment, which is difficult when you've got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old and they play with different sized toys than each other. But yeah, I chop these into 4 sections. I just then check and make sure that the changing bag has everything I need in it for the day. I did need to put in another extra couple of nappies because Charlie is teething at the moment, so you can only imagine what the nappies are like, so I had to make sure there were a couple extra ones in there just in case. Both him and Ella have the exact same juice cup because if you've got 2 kids, you know what it's like. They just want what each other have. So thankfully, the fact these are both the same shape, they are quite happy to have the same cup in different colours. I let Lola out in the back garden to go and do a wee and have a wander, and I also then make her breakfast at this point. She gets dog mixer with a little bit of water in it, and then she also gets her water refreshed. Has decided to join me while I'm making Lola's breakfast, and he is taking down all of the washing off of the drying rail. We like to leave Lola in peace to have her breakfast. She is a really good dog, but I'm always mindful of the fact that dogs when they're eating do not like to be disturbed. So at that point I make sure the kids are away and we close the doors so she can eat her breakfast in peace. Lucky her. And like I said, the nappies are violent at the moment, so I'm having to change Charlie again for the second time this morning, and I think it's only been about an hour, not even that. I got these long sleeve bibs on Amazon, and honestly they are a game changer. I got them for going on holiday because, as you guys will know, I like to dress the kids in really light clothing, which is totally impractical for going out for dinners, etc. I've got one for Ella and one for Charlie. They're pretty much the same idea, although they're slightly different. So I'll show you Ella's when she gets up because she wears hers in the mornings. But it just means that when they're finished their breakfast, we can just take this off, give it a wipe, and we can go straight out the door again. Also, it saves their clothes from being spoiled by any of those grapes or any raspberries or any of the other fruit that we give them in the morning that do tend to be stubborn stains. I just stick on some kids TV for Charlie to keep him entertained. He is loving his cars at the moment, so as you can see, he has got his car on the high chair tray whilst I feed him his porridge. It's time for the grape distraction while he watches some more TV, and I'm going to go into the utility space and make sure that I take out all the clothes that have been drying that morning. I did have some washing that I did the night before that I hung up and got dried in an hour. This hanging rail is honestly fantastic. It was a wedding present from my sister-in-law's parents, so James and Joanna, thank you so much for this. It is an absolute lifesaver, especially for clothes that just take forever to dry. It's a heated rail. I will leave something similar linked if any of you guys are thinking about it. This one is called Dry Soon, but I'll try to get something that is very similar. I know this isn't the best, but this morning it is a busy one and I'm actually not even really that hungry, so I'm going to just stick with an Alpen Light bar with my cup of tea, and don't worry, I always make up for it by lunchtime, believe me. And I can hear a little voice shouting from me from upstairs, so I'm going to go and check on Ella and make sure she's okay, especially that Charlie is amused in his high chair watching TV, so he is safe from any harm. So I quickly go up the stairs and say good morning, and I make a mad dash to make the bed. It literally takes 2 seconds, and I've also already looked out her outfit the night before, which makes a big difference to her day. This not only saves some time, but you actually don't even require any effort in the morning. Sometimes I make such snap decisions to pick outfits together when really the night before I can actually properly plan something out so that I'm getting the best use of their clothes as well, because otherwise I will just stick to the same things over and over again. So that literally took us 2 minutes, and now she's gone down to see how Charlie is, and he is just sitting quite the thing in his high chair watching some TV. Ella's breakfast is sitting on the table ready for her to eat, and as I say, she also wears one of these full covered up bibs. They are such a lifesaver, and like I say, you just take it off and then you're ready to walk out the door once their faces have been washed and you've brushed their teeth. Because Ella is 3, she is really good at feeding herself. She's totally independent, so while she's doing that, it gives me a little bit of time to get Charlie's trainers on. I also can wipe his face and pop on his jacket and take him out the high chair. I also make sure the changing bag has the last minute things like their bottles of water and also mine. And then I set it by the front door so that I don't forget it, because believe me, that has happened before. I blame the mum brain. And this is the kids' favourite part of the day, I think, which is brushing their teeth. They just really like the taste of this toothpaste. It's a Peppa Pig one, and I think I got it from either Poundland or Home Bargains, one of those really good shops. So I brush Charlie's teeth first, And then I let Ella try and do her own, although she does need my help a little bit sometimes. So I let her get a good shot at it first, and then if she needs a bit of help, then I will go in at the end and make sure that I get all the bits that she's missed. Just before we head out, I clean off the high chair and make sure it is clean for the next time we use it. And I'll also clean down the table where Ella has been eating her breakfast. I also wipe the worktops as well, although you don't see it here. And it's so easy to tidy up the toys because they just literally all get thrown in this unit and it's chaos behind there, but you would never know because we just close the doors and pretend it's not happening. And the last thing I do before we leave is to make sure that I hoover. I know it just sounds a bit like a whole cleaning routine in the morning, but it really makes me feel so much better knowing that I'm not coming back to all the chaos from the morning. We try and finish the morning within the morning and clean all the mess that we made then and there before we go, because dragging it into the afternoon or the evening just makes me feel so unorganised and anxious. So I like to make sure that we get up early enough that it gives me enough time to hoover and clean before we leave. Such a mood lifter to come back in the house and know that it is tidy and organised and I don't have all the toast crumbs from Charlie's breakfast or whatever they've been eating to contend with. Now just to put our shoes on and jackets and grab the bags etc that have been sitting at the front door waiting on us, and then we head to the car. So that is my morning routine, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, then please let me know by writing in the comments and also give this video a thumbs up. If you're new, then I would love you to hit subscribe and stick around for more videos from me in the future. Just click that bell as well and it means you will get a notification every time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon. Bye!